you're so nice. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so...
Hi guys, welcome to Chairs and
Benches.
Woo! So we're back with another informative video. The last video we did on how to migrate to Canada as an international student did really well.
Really well.
And we did make a promise, Britts, we did.
Yes, so we made a promise. We will do another video on the most frequently asked questions. So that's what we're gonna do now.
Yeah, so you guys asked a bunch of questions and we're gonna answer them to the best of our ability. In the last video, we did give a lot of information on the steps to come, so we won't repeat those. So when you guys ask questions that's already in the first video, I refer you back to that video. So just watch that video and you guys will know the steps of how to apply, but we'll answer questions that we didn't cover in the last video. So
yeah, before we even go on, please turn on that notification bell
so you can see.
Yeah.
The notification bell is very important because I have a bunch of subscribers now, but you guys need to be notified every time I drop a video. As soon as I drop the video, you guys need to be watching it. So turn the notification bell on. Like the video before watching because you guys already know this video is a banger. So like the video and then comment down below. Like, we like to have the conversations down below. We like to reply, respond, and know what you guys like to see. Let's communicate. Let's not be shy here. We're family at this point.
Our first question is how much does it cost for the visa application fee? Okay guys, the fee is 150 Canadian dollars. That's the amount you're gonna pay for your visa. And of course, they're gonna ask you for your biometrics, which is your fingerprint. And if you haven't done that for a Canadian visa, you're gonna have to do it. And that fee is 85 Canadian dollars. So if you're gonna budget for this, I would budget like 250 Canadian dollars for that. Now, in our last video, we had told you that once you apply to your college, to your designated learning institution, they're gonna ask you for an application fee also, right? And
you have to pay to apply.
Right, and it varies between universities or colleges. I would say it's between 75 Canadian to 100 Canadian dollars. That's what most schools cost.
So following that question, the next question that is very popular is what agent to use. I actually got an email, a very detailed email from a person in Jamaica who was using an agency in Canada. And like the last video, we do suggest that you guys try to use an agent in Jamaica or the country that you guys reside. So because immigration is such a popular thing, a lot of people take advantage of people who are trying to migrate. And this is where people might scam you. This immigration process can be a part of the scamming industry, so you want to make sure that whomever you're using is legitimate. We did tell you guys that if you want to know a reputable agency in Jamaica, you guys should comment down below and we could help you guys, right? You get me some subscribers and we'll give you that agency. Right. But anyways, this lady was using an agent in Canada that is very suspicious. Like, they wanted to charge 5,000 Canadian for the processing fee. So Britts just told you guys how much it costs to apply to come to Canada. So if an agent is charging you guys 5,000 Canadian to apply, it's like 2-3 times.
Yeah, it's basically just a visa, you know, just like a visiting visa. It should never cost that much.
Yeah, a lot of people and a lot of agency and lawyers actually take advantage of people who are looking to migrate, and they do charge this high fee for processing. So if anything additional to the 250 that you had budgeted is money that you're paying this agent or lawyer to do your application. And this is something you can do on your own from the website cic.gc.ca. So be very careful with what kind of agent you use and the price point that you're willing to pay for somebody to assist you with this process.
I'm not sure what the conversion rate is right now, but 50 US dollars?
Yeah, 50
or
US,
less.
60 Canadian. Around that would be a good amount for a processing fee. But anything above $100 is just way too much money to process for this application. So be very careful. Never ever give your card information to anybody at all. You don't need to give your personal information to an agent.
So the next question is tuition costs. So we get this regular, like one of the most frequently asked questions. How much does it cost on average for 1 year? in my research, I found that it was on average 15,000 Canadian dollars for a designated learning institution. And of course, that's at a college.
Yeah,
too.
universities
Might be just a little bit more. And then of course with US dollars, it's probably around 11,000 US. And of course that is significantly cheaper than if you were to study in the US or in the UK. You're right, exactly. Also, your bank statement, it should reflect proof of payment for full payment for the first year of studies. Okay, guys, so bear that in mind.
So the next question that you guys ask a lot is that if international students can apply for scholarships. And the answer is yes. So once you've been enrolled in your college or university, you can find scholarships that may be available for international students on the school website. And also you could find scholarships from independent sources. So you guys have to do your own research to see what scholarships are available in your province or your area. But scholarships are available for international students, but you would have to go and do your own research because it's not readily available. Like, it's not everywhere that like you would have to actually go seeking out what kind of scholarships you can apply for. And also there's a website, educanada.ca, that has scholarships listed, and some of them are available for international students as well. So there you guys have it. You guys can apply for scholarships once you've been enrolled in your college. Okay, so take advantage.
The next question is, can you work while studying? What kind of jobs are there? Now, when you're an international student, you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week. Okay, so naturally that's gonna be a part-time job, and most part-time jobs are entry-level jobs. Restaurants, fast food, jobs like that require physical labor. What I mean? So that's something to get your mind prepared for. A lot of us leave our nice cushy jobs where we're from and then come and we have to start over, but it's just a part of the process.
Yeah, and some people probably never have had a job. Like, if you're coming right out of high school, chances are you probably never really have like
an experience, any job experience.
Yeah, so sometimes it can be a little bit challenging at first, like when you're in these jobs in a brand new country, and it's very difficult to figure out the work relationship here in Canada. There are a lot of culture shock, a lot of differences, a lot of things that you have to learn. Canadian people in the workplace like to talk. They like to have very clear verbal communication. So when you're an immigrant and English is your first language, they actually see that as an advantage in the workplace. So
you guys speak English? I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do. Alright guys, so the next question that a lot of people ask is, can my family accompany me while I'm here studying? And the answer is yes. Canada is big on family. You would have to include this in your application when you're applying to come here from the initial stage as a student. But you guys need to know though that the bank statement would have to reflect sufficient funds that would be able to cover the cost of living and the expenses of migrating. So your spouse and your child will be considered as dependents to you as an international student, and this can definitely affect if you get accepted or not. So if you're gonna bring your entire family, you would have to budget enough money for each person that's gonna be on the application. But yes, Canada do accept family members when you're here studying, and this is really, really good. For minor kids, they would be eligible to go to school on a visiting visa once they're your dependent. And for your spouse, they would get a work permit that reflects the same amount of time that you're here studying. And it's a contribute to their living expenses and yours. Yeah guys, and it would be an open work permit, so they would be able to work in pretty much any field except healthcare probably, and the work permit will detail what jobs you cannot work in, but it will be an open work permit. So yes, you guys, full time. So yes, you guys can get your spouse and your kids to come but you have to make sure that the bank statement that is attached to the application do reflect enough funds, sufficient funds, guys, for everyone that's on the application. Okay, so good luck with that.
Another question that I get asked a lot is, how's your time in Canada so far? Now, there were a lot of culture shocks to me. One of the main ones was being a minority. That's something that I had to actually get used to. Also, in Canada, you have to build your credit. So Canada, it runs on credit, basically.
Yeah.
And when you're new to the country, obviously your credit is at zero. They'd have no proof of how you pay your bills and stuff like that. So for little things like probably taking out a phone was something challenging for me. I had to use Nayoka. It had to be per name because they're not going to give you a brand new phone for you to pay over the next 2 years and you have no credit score.
And not only with your phones though, but like with anything, everything here is based on credit. So like if you're if you're trying to connect your light, water, you know, getting an apartment, all these things are based on your credit. So they want to make sure that you'll pay your bills, and that's what they use to indicate that they'll grant you certain things. So when you come initially, it can be a huge setback. Like it's based on their own discretion at that point, but you might get rejected.
Yeah. Another culture shock to me was being on time. Okay. You know, us back home in Jamaica, we call it Jamaican time. Like everything here starts on time. Class starts on time. The bus system starts on time. You literally have to be at your stop like probably 5 minutes before starts on time, or 3 minutes the least before the bus is gonna leave you. You know, you have to
always
actually
be on time.
Right, be on time to everything. Another little thing is probably like people hold the door for you here. So that was another thing.
So don't be that immigrant that come here and just don't follow what society is already doing.
Also, students, for what I did some years back home at the tertiary level, and you know, we're used to having midterm exams and end of year exams and probably an assignment here or there. Here, the workload is much more. Like, they don't have big end of year exams. They literally test you after every module, and you have assignments throughout the week and homework throughout the week. So the workload, it's not that it's hard. I wouldn't say that it's hard. I think it's manageable, but it's really demanding.
Yeah. So procrastinating, waiting to the last minute, cramp studying, swatting.
Nah, cannot cut it.
It won't work here, and every percentage adds up too. The next question that a lot of people ask is, how do I get my permanent residency after I have completed my studies? So yes, guys, after you have studied, you know, you get your postgraduate work permit where you would get work experience here in Canada. And oftentimes at this point is when people would decide whether or not they want to reside in Canada permanently or if they want to return home. So once you experience the work world, this is when you would normally make that decision. So getting a work is very important. Permanent residency or PR is based on a points-based system, and having a job is a huge part of that point-based system. So to apply for permanent residency, there are 5 different programs that you can apply for. The Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Worker Program, Federal Skilled Trades, Provincial Nominee Program, Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. So you have different options where you guys can apply for your permanent residency. There's no one-track way of applying for permanent residency, and you would have to choose the program that's most suitable for you and your situation, the job that you have. So to decide on what program for your permanent residency is best suited for you, they have a table, and I'll insert a picture of that table so you guys can see what it would look like when you're determining what program you're gonna apply for your permanent residency. And on this table, it lists things like your language skill, the type of work experience that you have, the amount of work experience that you have, a job offer, and your educational background. So these are the categories, and based on your particular situation, then you're gonna choose a program that's best for you for your permanent residency. And also they rank your jobs based on a class system. So you have type 0, which is like if you're a manager. There's skill level A, skill level B, skill level C, and skill level D. So based on what job position that you do have, that will determine what program is best suited for you. But the table has everything in clear details, and then you can make a good determinant as to what program would be best suited for you to get your permanent residency. So you have lots of options here, so just be very selective on what's happening in your particular situation once you have graduated from school, and then you could apply.
Okay, so another question that we got was, can I extend my study permit while you're here? Yes, that is something that is possible, because life happens. You never know what can happen. You know, probably you change, you know, the subject, the course that you want to do, you have a change of mind and you decide you want to do something else that's gonna probably add another year or so, or another semester.
And you might start a program and decide that this is not for you, because this is a life-changing thing. This is a decision that you're making for your career, right? So like you might think that you want to study one thing,
and then you realize that, okay, hey, it's not for me. So yes.
And you can do this within Canada, right? So you don't have to leave Canada. So if your study permit, so if it expired while you are already here and you realize that you want to continue, or whatever the reason may be that your time has elapsed on your study permit and you still need to study,
they're not gonna ask you to leave the country while your process is already
So once you submit your application to extend your permit, you're totally completely legal, and usually they would grant it, because studying, it's not, life happens, it's not very strict.
You know.
So the last final question that I had got from somebody was that, can I go to college here in Canada without CXCs? Unfortunately, the answer is no. To study here in Canada, you would need a high school equivalent. So if you're not from the Caribbean, it might not be CXCs, but it would definitely be some kind of equivalent to what Canadian students here study to be admitted in secondary education. Like you cannot not complete high school or an equivalent to their high school system and be admitted into college. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. But fortunately, there are other programs that can allow you to migrate to Canada that does not involve studying here in Canada. So all is not lost.
We are just giving you the details on studying.
Right.
Because that's what we did. So we know all the details on that.
But there are actually, and I'm gonna give you guys more information on other ways that you can migrate to Canada if you don't want to study. There are about 5 different ways that you can migrate to Canada that does not involve studying as an international student, and they include Express Entry Program, Family Class Scholarships, LMI Work Visa, the Provincial Nominee Program, and the Skill Worker Program. So there are other options to migrate to Canada. Like my dad, he came here as a truck driver under the Skill Worker Program. So he didn't come here as a student, but he still migrated to Canada, right? So you guys don't have to be a student if that's not your interest. There are other programs that might be fit for you, because Canada do need people. And I am willing to give you guys more information on any other way that you want to migrate to Canada. I'll do my research and help you guys know how to migrate to Canada in another way. So just comment down below, guys, and let me know what you guys want to know more about. If you want to know how to migrate to Canada as a skilled worker, as a farm worker, a truck driver, I could make a video on that for you guys. I'm here to help you guys and save you guys some time and some money. So let me know what you guys want and I'll make the video. I really like helping you guys. Please help me though and share this video. I know you guys know somebody who is considering migrating. I know you guys do. So just share this video and let them know that Nayoka has all the tea. Comment down below any questions that we did not We did not include something else that you think we failed to mention, and we could make another video on the details. I really don't mind. Yeah. Anyways, guys. How do we end
Love
this
you.
video? Bye.